Good morning all, you are welcome to another section of my Coreldraw tutorial, and today we'll be looking at how to design a good and professional looking certificate of participation for programs or any bootcamp programs. Alright, this is exactly what we are going to be designing as it is. Okay, let me zoom this up so you can see. So we are going to be designing something like this. This is exactly what we are going to be designing. So, and I'm going to be as fast as possible and go through the best way for you to design this. Thank you, please stay true. Okay, now I'm using Coreldraw X7. So I'm just going to add a new window for my design. Okay, and I'm going to change the orientation to landscape. Then I want to set my paper, the size of my paper. I prefer to always work in inches rather than in millimeters. So I'm going to set the size of my paper to 11.69. I think this is okay. Yes, so this is okay for me. This is okay for me. Okay. And let me just go by using this. Okay. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to bring this in. I want to have a copy of this like this. So let me show you how I'll achieve that. What I need to do is I click on any of these edges, any of this. While I am holding my control button, while I'm holding my shift button, then I click and drag. That will help me to have it in adequate proportion in each corner. So when I have the desired size, I just drop it with a right click. Okay. Another way to do that is you can just copy the first background, copy and paste. Then the one you paste, you drag it in to have this size. Okay, I want to adjust this size. What I want to have is I want to have 10 by 45 by I want to have 7.045, 7.21. Okay, then I hold my shift, then click on the first layer, then hit the C button. That will help me to centralize this, put this to the center. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to give this a white background. So I select my color white. Okay, then I'm going to remove this outline by right clicking on this. I will remove the outline. Or before I do that, I want to make sure that this is at the top of the page. So I'll hold on my shift, then select the page up button on my keyboard. So with that, I have done that already. Or another way of doing that is right click on this frame, then come to order, select to the front of page. It's already at the front of page, that's why I cannot select this any longer. If I have to select this order, you can see I can bring it to the front of page. So I don't want to do that. So this is already at the front of page. Then I can remove my outline. You can see the line is not showing again. Then I want to apply color to the foreground. To this foreground, I want to apply color. Okay, let me just select this. Then I'm going to remove the outline as well. So okay, I want to change my color. I have my color code already. So if you know your color code, you can easily change your color. I want to use RGB. Okay, I want to have 21 by 61 by 1. So this is the color I want to have. It's okay for me. If you want to have a different color, you can just go on and manipulate those codes like that. Those numbers, you generate different color. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to select. I want to hit the button Ctrl F11 on my keyboard. It gives me access to insert some characters that comes with my font. by default, Coreldraw comes with webdings, wingdings, which are the ones we'll be using mainly in this tutorial. So I come to this font list and I type wingdings. So yeah, I want to see what I need to use. Okay, I think I don't have the one I want to use here. I can use this for my border, but I'm not cool with this. I can use that for my border. Okay, let's come to wingdings 2. We have wingdings 2 and 3. Okay, this is what I want to use. This is what I used in my last tutorial. So I want to make use of this. Then I want to make sure that the size is this. It is. You can decide to change your own size or your own background, the border and anything. It is user defined. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm using that you use for yours as well. So I'm using 0.438 for my size, and the same way for the height. So with this is what I have. Okay, now what I want to do here is, okay, I want to just stop here. All I have to do is I will hold on this, then drop with a right click. When I drop with a right click, it duplicates that for me. So then I use the Ctrl R to replicate that, to repeat that. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that they are centralized. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to change the color of this so I have a good color. So let me try something. Instead of black, I want to try my RGB code and I have something different. 56, 45, 11. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to use okay, let me use this. Okay, let me try something. Let me try this. 66 0 98 76. Okay. I have something different in some ways. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this, and by holding my Control key, I'll take it to this side, then drop with a right click. The reason why I have to hold my Control key is to make sure that they are on the same height. If I drag my ruler, you will see that they are at the same top level. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to copy one of these, then duplicate it here. Okay, then I will duplicate one to the right, then use Ctrl R to control it. Okay, so I have that, so I can as well copy this. So that's what we have there. So if you look at this, we have exactly that. The only thing I need to do, I need to change the colors of this. So I work on that right away. So I've changed the color of this to okay, that's done. So with that set, I'll apply the same to the bottom part. Okay, I have that fixed already. Just I can give it an outline of the same color so it comes out more. So this is what we have now. So then the next thing I want to do is, let me delete this, I don't need this. The next thing I want to do is I want to design my okay. So I'm just going to copy this text. I don't have to type it all over again. I believe you can type that, that's not an issue. So I just paste this text here. I use the font Georgia, so you can always have that. It's a free font, so you can download that as well. Then the next one I want to do is I want to type certificate of participation. Okay, in this tutorial I don't want it to be as big as the other, and the font I'll be using for my certificate of participation, I'll be using a different font. I'm using Euphorigenic, so this is the font I'm using. Okay, then I'm taking it to the center. Okay, then I'll right click on black, since I'm using black color for that. Right click on black to make it bold. Okay, the next thing I want to do is okay, let me delete this. I want to bring them down. Okay, now let's quickly have this seal at the top. This at the top here, it's easy to have, so I just go on and have my my polygon tool, or you can just hit the white key on your keyboard. So now I want to make sure that it's having 15 edges. So then I draw, holding my control will make it have the same size all round. So holding my control key, so I draw. Okay, after doing that, I want it to be here, so I can adjust this down a bit. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is, let me zoom up this using my F2 button. The next thing I want to do is I want to select my F10 key, then bring this out in a way like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this point. So then I'll right click here, convert to curve. Then when I drag out any of them, I have this. Perfect. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to have an internal circle. Then I'm going to make the size okay. I want to make sure that it's at the center. This is the center of the biggest circle. Then I want to make the center of this too. So we have that. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to adjust this out. Okay, gonna have this. Gonna have this. Gonna have this. Okay. Let's go in a cool way. It's increasing the outline to something like 1.5. Then I want to have another one. Okay, I'm giving this outline and I'm making it bigger, 3, and this is what I will do for this. Change the outline color to do something else. Just create this column here. Okay. Alright, with this, you can see that this is different from what we have here, but quite cool. This is cool. So the next thing I want to do is I run to, okay, let me quickly add this. So I'll change this font to Georgia. I think I'm okay with Georgia. Okay with Georgia. And then I'm going to make it this more. Okay. Now let's work on this side. I'm going to make the manager bold. So I will select this with my F10 too. I'm going to increase the font size. That's number one thing I'm going to do, to something about 16. Okay, then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to make it bold. Okay, then that's that. Then I want to make this italics, everything. Okay, this is okay for me. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I want to add my line here for 2 signatures. Let me explain how I have achieved my line. I'm going to use 1. I select my freehand tools, that's F5. I hit on a point, hold my control, then drag to the point I want, and that's all about that. So I have this. So I'm just going to copy this and edit again. Participants. So this is participant signature. Okay, then I want to duplicate this and have okay, so this is what we have so far. I'm left with this. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to type my text 100% at first. Okay, let's come over here. So I'm going to change the color to some golden color. So I'm going to create this color myself. Okay, I want to use a banner font for that. Okay, let me go with Brutus. Then I'll select F11. Okay, you can use any one you prefer. I'm okay with this rectangular font fill. So the next thing I want to copy is this. Okay. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure this is at the center of this, as well as this is at the center of this. Okay, that's it. Alright, let's look at this is what we have so far. I can decide to add outline, or yes, I can add white outline to this to make it show up more. F12, you can edit your outline, add some pixels and all of that. Makes it look too much for me. Go by 1.5. Let's see. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'll do the same. Okay. Okay, that's kind of too much. Change this text. Okay, let's use the one I use here, which is Bebas. Bebas. So there's, I'm going to add some shadows. Alright. like to change this color. I want to create a new color for myself. I'm okay with this color. Okay, let's fill it. So I'll copy fill these properties in here. So just copy fill here, just to give me the same outline, the same style. I can do the same for here. So just copy fill here. All I did is I just drag this using right click and drop. Then when I drop, it brings up all those options. Okay, with that, let's see what we have. This is what we have. F4, F9. Okay. Okay, lastly, I want to add this. Okay, you can decide to have yours in different forms. Like, look at what I'm going to do here. Look at what I will do here. I can have the same thing over. Okay, if you don't want to have it straight, you can just convert this to curve. Make some curve at the top. Like we have this. Then you can tweak this bottom part too. as you desire. You can drag this up more. Okay. So I can have this. If it's too wide, I can reduce this. Okay, so I can have something like this. So lastly, what I want to have is, this is too big for me. I felt it's too big. If I'm going to group this, I want to centralize it for this. See. Okay, now what I want to have is this. Okay, and I'm going to make this white, or basically I can make it this gold, or even make it black. There's no problem with that. So I hold this, the shift button, then select on this shape, then come to text, fit to path. Then I have that. Then I can bring this down like this. Then the next thing I'll select Ctrl plus K. Ctrl plus K will break this text from this shape, so I can adjust by bringing it down, bringing this down. So I have this. So I can use whatever font I desire for that. I can use black. I can use white. I can use any other color I prefer. If I'm using white, I would like to apply a shadow so that the text is showing very well. So a black shadow will help me to show my text very well. So at the end of this, this is what we have. We have this design. I think this is kind of cool and perfect for your inspiration. So I'm going to save this as a certificate training. If you need to edit this on other version of Coreldraw, it's better you save this as a Corel 13 version so that you can work with it, or Corel 12 so that you can work with it on other version of Coreldraw. But for the fact that I have Corel X7, X8 and the later version, so I'm going to just save it as this. And that marks the end of today's tutorial. In my next tutorial, I'm going to be showing how to design a school bill and create your own sample stamp. If you look at this, I have a stamp at the background here. How can you create this type of stamp? See, this is the stamp. How can you create this type of stamp? If I decide to change this, you see what I'm talking about. See the stamp? You can have something like this. Okay, this is what we want to be looking at in my next tutorial. Please like and subscribe to my channel. God bless you.